How much will the submarines cost?
They'll cost a lot of money, there's no question about that, and that will be explored over the next 18 months. But again, you don't buy yourself capability and peace of mind and security in an uncertain world without expending a lot of money, and we need to be prepared for that. It's not just the submarines, there's a significant cost that comes with basing or having troops visit from the United States. There's also a very significant economic dividend out of this. As we've seen through the Australian industry content policy, we've been able to grow jobs in industry. The multiplier effect of that in the economy is very significant, and the sustainment piece for visiting ships, for visiting troops, for airbase activity, increasing fuel reserves. I mean, all of these things have a cost at one level, but there's also a huge opportunity for Australian businesses to be involved in that supply chain. So, you know, there are swings and roundabouts, but in the end, peace doesn't come for free, and our alliance with the United States is historic because of the investment that we're making.
Have we signed a blank cheque for America then?
Well, we're certainly not, and I don't think the Americans expect that. They've never asked for that, and it's not within their culture to do that in terms of their relationship with Australia. We're an equal contributor. We, along with the Brits, have a very special relationship. We've just had 20 years in Iraq working side by side. We've been in peacekeeping missions. The whole history of the Second World War is about the relationship with the United States, and without it, Australia would be a very different place today. So we are living in the most uncertain period since the Second World War. There is great uncertainty in the Indo-Pacific into the future as well, and that's what makes this historic agreement so significant.
Are you anticipating then we could see a cyber attack and retaliation from China? They're obviously feeling antagonised.
I hope not, but as we've seen, the conduct toward Australia, toward Canada, towards the United Kingdom, toward partners in the region, it's been fairly consistent, and the Chinese do use cyber and their expertise online to launch attacks and denial of service attacks, etc. We've called out China for that activity, but it is on an industrialised scale. We have seen interference in our democratic process, and that's been evidenced elsewhere in the world. There are many elements to the threat that we face at the moment, far short of war, but nonetheless the so-called grey zone activities, which involve interference in our democratic systems, all of the influence that they seek to exert in our own region is at an all-time high, and I think we're best to be transparent in relation to it. We're best to shine a light on it and be frank. But in the end, what we want is for China, for China to continue to do well economically, to see people lifted out of poverty, but for them to do that in a way that is in accord with the rule of law and the practice that we would expect from anyone else in the region.
Well, Minister, thank you for your time.
My pleasure. Thank you.